Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, you know me as someone who doesn't get overly excited. I don't show that much emotion on the channel because this is your home of hopium-free cryptocurrency content and investing content. But today I've got a lot of big news coming up. There's some big NFT stuff that I want to have a look at, some charts, the UniSwap flop, which you'd probably see in the title somewhere. And of course, we're nearly at 100,000 subscribers. So as you may or may not be aware, I've got a giveaway coming up as we cross 100,000 subscribers. So if you want to be part of the giveaway, go down to the comments down below. There's a link there to go onto my website that you can purchase the Investor Accelerator course. You don't have to purchase it, but if you go on there, leave your email address, then you will be entered into the draw to win the prize that I'm giving away after we reach 100,000. Now I'm going to let you know what that is today. I'm giving away 3 course memberships. Okay, so there's 3 of those to be given away for free. I will mention that the price is going up. We have talked about that many times before. So that's going up to $999, all in Aussie dollars, after the 31st of March. Currently it's at $799 and there is 10% discount. So you will get it for around 719 Aussie dollars if you purchase it before the 31st of March. So if you want to get involved in that, link down below, code down below. There's only 100 left of those. That's about all I'll mention about that today. If you want to know more, let me know in the comments. 100,000 giveaways coming up, NFTs. Check out the videos on the channel that I've put out yesterday and the day before, looking at SMSFs for the Aussie guys. Your retirement fund, how to purchase cryptocurrency in your retirement funds, your SMSFs. That's the video back here. I'll make mention of that as well. There is a link in the description to that as well. So won't be too much more of this advertising at the beginning. Let's dive into the video. If you find some value from the video, let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Enter the draw to win the 3 free memberships to the Investor Accelerator course. Okay, so you'll win one of those, not all 3. Let's dive into the first piece. I'm overly excited at the moment. So I've got coin market cap. First things first, market cap, we are sitting at 1.7 trillion. We are still sitting on that bit of a dip for the majors, Bitcoin down, Ethereum down, below 200 billion. However, the big news, Theta has burst into the top 10. That's making headlines now, $13. Now, I'll have a look at it on the chart in just a sec. I want to mention UniSwap as well. That has come down in price. The news of V3 looks like it was a flop. The main thing that I see, and we'll go into an article, is there wasn't much emphasis or any news on the fees themselves. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Yes, they said the fees would change, but we want to see like big reductions in fees. And I think that's why the news flopped. We had a small spike from the current the price of around $35 to $37, and now we're back down to $30. That's not what you want to see on big news announcements. You know how big it's been pumped up across the internet for version 3 of UniSwap coming out. You guys let me know your thoughts down below. That's the way I see it. I definitely see it in the chart. That's showing pretty clearly at the moment, all right? We'll look at that. Theta, big news. It's one of the regrets of not getting in way earlier, but I started getting a bit of FOMO at $7, and I just thought, I mean, I could get 100% out of it, $14, maybe it goes to $20. I just didn't feel like it was worth it. I think we'll get a little bit of a drop at some point. We don't know. But that brings up crypto projects that I think have fallen out of the limelight. And let me know in the comments down below, which crypto projects do you think have fallen out of the limelight, which were fantastic, but are now not getting the attention they deserve. I think one of them is Solana. If we come across, Solana is at 4% on the day, only 4% up on the week. That's what we have here, 7 days. Solana is one. Kusama is up. That's not one of those. FTX has fallen away, but it has had a massive run. That needs a little bit more time, I think, to cool off. Chili's definitely has taken a bit of a dive from its dollar top down to 50 cents, but I think that needs some time to cool off. Theta Fuel's pumping with Theta. What else we have here? Sushi. I think Sushi has fallen from graces as well. That could do very well after all this news sort of dies out. So they're ones that I'm keeping my eye on. The big one I'm looking at here is the graph. Do you remember a few months ago, maybe you weren't in the space, but a few months ago, the graph was all the rage. This was the cryptocurrency that all of the crypto projects needed. It's going to solve all these problems, etc. Down 12% on the week, 6% on the day. I'm definitely keeping my eye on this until I see a reversal sign. I don't need to buy the bottom. I just want to see a reversal sign as it continues to fall. I want to see some sort of bottoming pattern. Now, Zilliqa is also one that is looking very good. It's sitting at some highs, ready to break out of some lower highs that we're looking at. Engine, definitely fallen from graces, 20% down on the week. It was hit a high of something like $3, $3.30, but I still think that needs a bit of time to cool off. I love that project. And yeah, like I said, Zilliqa. But the graph is really one on my list because I haven't seen people talk about that a lot. So I wanted to mention that at the beginning of the video because we do get into a lot of news, but this is how I look for projects as well. It might not be a scientific way, but I want to go with market sentiment. And when I remember projects, use history, learn from history, projects that were going nuts, now not receiving any attention, something is up. Obviously, they don't have any more news announcements to go with, so be it. You know, they're still working on the rest of their project. And at this point, pricing is starting to get to a little bit more a better level, I would like to say. You know, 1.8 billion as opposed to something that's 18 billion in the top 10. So we could continue going down this list and talking about different projects. You guys have talked about Harmony One a lot, Pundi X, but I just see these as being well and truly up. Look, they've done 100% on the week, 100% on the week. They've spiked out. I want to find stuff that's not like that. So you mention those in the comments. As you do that, like up the video if you find some value from it. Let's carry on with the market sentiment. Now, I've got here Cardano, NFT, DeFi, and crypto. Green is crypto, well and truly up there, still being searched for a lot. NFT on the slight decline here. I've got worldwide 12 months. This might screw with it, but we'll go to 90 days and see what we've got. Basically, everything else is on the decline except for DeFi, which is just starting to pick up a bit. It's gone from 6 to 8, but remember, it's getting ranked against crypto. So if we remove crypto, then DeFi is being searched for. It's starting to pick up a little bit, whereas NFT is dropping off, Cardano is dropping off. DeFi, remember I talked about that in a couple of videos ago, saying this is the new trend. Where is my next crypto trend? There you go. That was about 3 days ago, because I really felt like people are starting to talk about DeFi again. Okay, so that's the first trend. Next trend, fear and greed index, 65. We're checking this daily, now 65. Yesterday, 66. Last week, 71. That's a good sign. Things are cool, but not too cold. Extreme greed was last month and everyone was just trying to rush into everything. I want to have that time to enter a position. So we're just cooling off in the whole greed space. Maybe we're in for a fall. We don't know yet. I think we're going to see a bit of a sideways accumulation with some scares and just breakdowns, wash out those weekends and come back. So if you're starting to see a 5, 10, 15% drop, I think that's all good stuff moving forward. Okay, UniSwap unveils version 3 in bid to stay DeFi's top dog. Remember we looked at the total value locked up. Now, UniSwap somewhere around $15 or $16 billion market cap, and its total value locked was somewhere around $4 billion, whereas SushiSwap's total value locked is around $4 billion, but their market cap, $2 billion. So their market cap is half the amount that they have locked, whereas UniSwap is about 4 times the amount they have locked. So there's a bit of discrepancy going on there. That's why I think SushiSwap's got some catch up to play. The thing I had here, UniSwap version 3 is expected to launch on mainnet on May 5th. So this is the announcement. Maybe we're going to see some run into May 5th, but I think now that we know the news, we might get a little bit of a run. It just doesn't seem like that sort of news that's really going to get us to explode. Think about Cardano, what happened there. We had all this excitement leading into the, I think it was Mary Hard Fork on the 1st of March. We have not passed that top since the 27th of February. We tried on the Coinbase announcement and just nothing. Huge news. Nothing. Didn't follow through on the price. Look at the price, bigger picture. If you're just looking at 10% swings here and there over the hour or the day, wasting your time. Crypto, we're here for hundreds of percent gain, if not thousands of percent. Okay, moving down. All told, the new version promises greater, up to 4,000 times capital efficiency relative to UniSwap version 2. So this is looking like it's better returns for the liquidity providers. That's pretty much the main gist of it here. But in terms of people using it for the fee structures, there are different fee structures. I've highlighted this whole thing here, so go and have a read of the article. While this fee historically seems to have worked well enough for many tokens, it is likely too high for some pools or likely too low for others. So now you can adjust that fee when you're using the platform, but overall it doesn't really give you that extra low fee that we're really looking for. At least that's the way I've interpreted all of this here. They haven't just told us, here's a layer 2, layer 3 solution, boom, fees are going to be less than $5 each. It's still $30, $50, $100. Moving across, NFT drop, Badger DAO. I've talked about this on the channel. Here we go, back at the DeFi gem to watch. Badger DAO NFT drop. So if you want to get in on something like that, go and check out Badger DAO. 3 coins to keep an eye on. No, we want to see Badger DAO. This is off CoinMarketCap, so you can see all this for yourself. Honeypot Part 2, blah, 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 launching March 24th. The most gamified NFT drop ever attempted. All right, so we're getting some NFTs with the DeFi. Badger DAO is bringing DeFi to Bitcoin, so something a little different to the rest of them out there. Bitcoin, speaking of, Bitcoin whales continue to accumulate. Article here, 14,600 BTC withdrawn from Coinbase in 1 hour. Gemini launches Frontier Fund for crypto startups. So what we can see here is we've got Bitcoin being withdrawn from the platforms, Bitcoin price slightly increasing, but overall we're on a bit of a decline in price. The bull cycle has a lot of steam left and will continue for another leg with a few minor corrections in between. I am of the same view as well. I still think we've got a lot of energy left in this market and we're taking a bit of a breather period. We want to see those. We want to see these. We don't want to see it shoot straight up. You want to be able to buy in. You want to wait for your next paycheck to come in, put that into your cryptocurrencies that you love, and then watch them increase. Once it's all over, it's over. Where are you going to go next for your returns? All right, let me know in the comments. Where are you going next for your returns after a bull market completes in, who knows, a year time, 2 years time, 3 months time? What are you gonna trade then? This piece, will Grayscale Bitcoin Trust flip world's largest gold ETF? I'm only looking at this for big news. If Bitcoin flips a gold ETF, goodbye Peter Schiff. Well, I mean, he's gone already. He's missed out on so much here. But just looking at the figures and the publicity that Bitcoin will continue to receive as it starts to flip countries like we've seen. There was one recently where it flipped the GDP of Portugal, and now it's looking at flipping the trust of a gold ETF. Sorry. So, yeah, that's pretty much it from this article. I was just looking at it for headlines that would probably go across the broader market, essentially. ETFs coming out in the US, that's a big one as well. We're going to wait and see what's going on there. We've covered that a lot. We have here a tweet from Blockport. Essentially, we're just looking at the ETFs that have been applications awaiting approval in the US. There are now at least 5 US Bitcoin ETF applications awaiting approval. Wisdom Tree, VanEck, etc., etc. So you can see them all here. Skybridge, First Trust. Yeah, just looking at that, we've got 5 now. Canada's already got 3 from memory of what they're saying here. So look, I think everyone's just waiting for this. It's just a matter of time until we get it. That could be a big blow off top as well if it happens at the end of the year. We've talked about that on the channel. Moving on, crypto again in the spotlight. This time FTX looking to get naming rights for the Miami Heat's arena. I like this as an interest piece because I love NBA. I don't watch it hardly any at all anymore. I don't have TV. I'm on computer way too much. But as a kid, NBA was my jam. I absolutely loved NBA, playing basketball. Okay, anyway, that's enough about reminiscing. Basically, FTX going mainstream. The agreement would bring the NBA its first arena sponsor for the crypto industry. So essentially, the main deal here is they're going to see a crypto brand every time the arena is mentioned. Miami Heat's playing at the FTX Arena. Where is Chicago Bulls going to play Miami Heat? FTX Arena. Come down to FTX Arena, etc. People are going to be like, what the hell is FTX Arena? Or what is FTX? Because previously it was American Airlines. I read in this article, here it is. American Airlines Arena for 2 decades to be renamed. So they're going to get $5 million here, $2 million there. We don't really care about that. The whole idea is crypto in the spotlight, and that's FTX exchange. So I think they're going, well, we all know FTX has done extremely well. Great exchange, invested from Binance as well. So big backings there. Next piece, Theta. Just want to mention this headline, 17,000% in a year cracks top 10. Highlights up 17,000% a year, 9th biggest crypto, like we just saw, market cap of Theta, 13.8 billion. That's basically it, just telling us what it is. It looks like it's basically a YouTube on the blockchain. We've seen that time and time again. However, this is from the creators or co-founder of YouTube, co-founder of Twitch. So I think they have a little more experience than the other platforms that were trying to do YouTube on the blockchain. Stuff like, was it Library, and the other one is the guys from Steam. So Steam was doing something similar, DTube. All right, moving on. Okay, this NFT Google searches have reached 2017 ICO levels. Massive. NFTs are still going off, and we're at the beginning of the stage, whereas this level was at the end of the ICO mania in 2017, early 2018, second half of 2017. So NFT still probably going to continue carrying through this bull market, which leads me to, I think it's my next one. No, we'll get to that in a sec, but more NFT news. This is all just building up. Everything is coming into NFTs, and it's not just art. Art's a good thing. I mean, you can purchase your art on NFTs. Something, it is what it is. Okay, I'm saying I'm not that interested in purchasing art on NFTs at the moment. All right, but I am interested in this other thing. Okay, crypto launches NFT platform with content popular for artists, musicians, athletes. So this is on crypto.com. Music icons Lionel Richie, Snoop Dogg, Boy George, all supporting the launch, getting in on it. So crypto.com, we talk about that as well. If you want to purchase that, CoinSpot, I should have a link to that in the description as well. Go check that out. This is what I'm very, very excited about. Left it till almost the very end. Labs Group rewarded 5-star seaside property for its IDO, so initial DEX offering. All right, so what the hell is this on UniSwap? This is your real estate meets blockchain. Big project. They're still very low in the market cap. Last I looked, it was around 100 or 200 million. All right, it's not super low. It's not a 10 or a 20 million, which would be beautiful. But what they can achieve going into the real estate sector, basically the amount of money in real estate is huge. Now, to unlock it is a big challenge. Labs Group has already partnered with Engine, a blockchain gaming platform focused on the creation of digital collectibles, yada yada. Okay, according to Wong, the company will use Engine's NFT minting platform to tokenize real estate on the blockchain. Why this is so huge? Currently, if you want to get into the real estate industry, you have to have, a large sum of money to put down as a deposit or buy the property outright if you've got that sort of cash. Then you've got to get a loan from a bank. A lot of processes. Usually takes a month to 2 months in Australia. I know that's probably similar around the world. You've got to go through your finance, go through your building and pest, more checks with the bank, go through conditional, unconditional stage, then you settle. All right, so there's a lot of processes to buy and to sell, to get in, to get out. A lot of costs to get in, to get out. You've got to pay government stamp duty fees. You've got to pay solicitors. You've got to pay building and pest, of course. You've got all these little costs, big costs. All right, point is, if they start to tokenize a property, say the home that you're in, it's $1 million. Let's throw 1 million NFTs on that one property. No more can be created, just 1 million for that. So now that whole property is tokenized. You can buy 1/1,000,000th of that property for $1. This just goes the same as the art, where we'll get into that later, but essentially this, if you're trading that, maybe you trade that, you buy one at $1. And of course, forget the fees for now, okay? Where it's a penny to buy $1. It's very easy to just go and buy $2 worth, or increase the value from $1 to $2. And just like that, the price goes from 1 million to 2 million because that's the last traded transaction. I know it's very broad and the theory may not stack up in real time, but essentially that's what's happening already in the art world. Buying a piece of art for $1 million, tokenizing the crap out of it so that there are 1 million different pieces of that art, that only 1 million, there's only ever going to be 1 million of that one piece of art. Then people can basically bid the price up, and to own one piece, maybe it costs them $20 now, from $1 to $20. So you've just increased that artwork from $1 million to $20 million. In the art world, it's not so unbelievable. It's like, well, it's art. Who knows how to value the hell out of that thing? But in property, how do you, it's a bit easier to value things. However, when we get to extremes of the market, things go ballistic. You've seen it, and there's enough demand in the market to push that price up. That can happen in real estate as we get towards the end of that cycle. We talk about the real estate cycle on the channel too. So that's why I'm really excited about this sort of project, they've partnered with Engine. We know Engine's big. When that gets out there, that news gets huge. So Labs Group is on my radar for sure. Go ahead, read this article, Cointelegraph. Just search Labs. There's a lot of good stuff in here to understand how that works. And if you guys know, I came from the property industry, property background. I was investing in property. I bought my first properties at 20. I'm 35 now, so 15 years ago. I was developing property, so I would go out and get funds from anyone who wanted to invest in a property deal, and then I would go and build those properties with the builders and architects, engineers, etc. So I understand that space a little more than I do the art world, and that's why I'm getting more excited about this, because this is just such an easy way to escalate the prices of real estate when traditionally it's hard and it takes a long time to be able to put these deals together. Now, tokenize it, anyone can come into the project now, and it's happening in Australia already. We'll talk about that a little more on the channel. I believe the company is Lakiba, but don't quote me on that. All right, last piece is this tweet, Terra Vitua, talking of NFTs. When someone tells you that you are trending on CoinGecko, TBK, we've been a big promoter of this. I love the project. Trending on CoinGecko. Let's have a look. Do I have it up on the chart here? I do. I'm not sure whether we've got a bottoming yet, but we have one sign of a slight bottoming occurring. Right now, we saw a little bit of a blow off at around $1.20, $1.25. Currently trading at 75 cents. Not bad. We're at 38% or a 61% decline from this range that we're looking at here. This is the fib range from the low to the high. 50%, 38%, looking not too bad. I'm not too concerned. Like I've said before, if we get down to that 60 to 70 cent level, no worries. But I like this as an accumulation before we begin to head higher. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum before we head off for another day of huge news, NFT, everything. This is looking like a good pattern setup. Volume on the way down, more volume, a little bit of a reversal here. 1, 2, 3 days down, not bad, not great, but that's a 3-day swing. So at least we've got a 3-day swing in the chart now. Like we've looked at before, if we are trending or at least holding support around this mid 40s to $50,000 level, I think we're pretty good for now. Overall, if this is our top, then this is the 50% at 45,000. So that's why I'm saying I want to see it at least hold around that 50% level, which Bitcoin has done many, many times before throughout the previous cycle. It has gone on drops down to the 50% fib from a major low, which is here, major current high, local top, not the all-time high, the local top, and it does 50% retraces all of the time. Drop this back to this level, 50%, all right? Let's move this back to this level, and we got another 50%. Just want to emphasize that a lot more. Bitcoin does 50% moves. Can you see it there on the chart? The major low, major top, not all times, okay? 50% drop. I'm just repeating that because this is so important. If we get it dropped to the 50% level, don't be surprised. Dead on 50%, 43.5. Move this up. Next high. Yeah, this is approximate at the moment, but come on, if we get it to 50%, look at that. We hit 50% of this small range already. Now we just step it back to the bigger range, because I think this will be a little bit of a longer top up here. 50% is at 45,000. I am not concerned between 40 and that $45,000 level, hitting this 50%, a little spike into it and back out again. I could go on this this exercise all the way back. I won't hold you up for today's video, but we'll do that in another video because 50% continue to happen time and time again. I nearly forgot to show Uni. Turn the camera off, completely forgot. Okay, Uni, this is what I'm talking about here. This was the news announcement. This is a huge spike into close to $37. Got $36.80. Big volume, reversal bar, low close, following day close. Well, so far we've broken the low and we are lower at the moment at $30.30. Those are all sort of signs of a potential top. If it's not an all-time top, I don't think it will be, we've got longer to go, but a potential local top, especially when big news announcements come out and we get the opposite happening in the chart. If you want to see this on a candle, that's a candle. Look at all these wicks just throwing themselves above $34 and nothing is sticking. Now we've got lower tops here. So these are closes and opens, the full body of the candles at 34.30. Now we're seeing them at 33.30. And I just assume we're going to continue to go further down from here. At least that's the first signs of it. Massive wicks and reversals, lower closes. So that leads me to believe that the news wasn't as good as the market was expecting. Therefore, price has fallen back. But it's all in a technical pattern as well. These work very well at the end of a long run, and we can see that this has been a very solid run since November of 2020. Potentially, we saw a local intermediate top on Uni yesterday. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Go and do that yourself if you like. It's really a good exercise so that you can feel comfortable with drops in the market and find areas of good buying opportunities in a bull market. Thank you again. If you found some value, let me know. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. I've got a property cycle video coming out for you guys soon with Kathy from Property Share Market Economics. Of course, subscribe to the channel, nearly at 100,000. If you want to get involved with the giveaway, make sure you leave your email address down below. If you want to get into the course before the price increases on the 1st of April, you're basically getting about 25% or so off now using the code down below. So it's at 10% discount at the current price. Get it for $7.19. I'll see you over there in the group. Until next time, have more fun to get more done. Peace out, guys.